So I'm cutting foam board, the 2-inch foam board. I made this bow, and that's just welding wire. I think it's 035, and that's I think flux core wire. Nothing special. But I need to take just a hair off of it. As you can see by the size of my thumb, I'm just taking a very little bit off of it, but all the way across because it was too tight of a fit. And you'll see how nice this thing cuts. I mean, you could cut it with, you could cut that with a knife or whatnot, but that's already cut. That is the cut. And because it heats up the wire, it actually melts the edges and seals it up. So I'll turn the bow on. And we'll watch it melt through there. Look at that. How else could you have made? How else could you have made that? It's transparent. That's how thin it is. If I put my hand behind it, you can see it. There's the piece, and there's the cut. Nice and straight. So it's one of the ways to cut it. I made the bow some time back, and I made it 4 foot, and it just has a bungee because that wire will stretch as it gets hot. So you want to have tension, and it does bow some. But when you place it, you got to make sure it's. And if I needed to cut an angle, let's say, all I had to do was, let me get this. If I wanted to cut an angle, all I would do is tip the foam board whichever size I wanted the angle, because that will hang, the weight of it will hang plumb. So it'll just cut whatever bevel. It all depends on, I mean, you could cut a 45. You just got to support that end at a 45. So it's pretty slick, pretty quick, as you just saw. I mean, I don't know if you could cut that thin with that straight with a knife. I don't think I could. That thing works pretty slick. And for I made this some time back, and here's a contraption I made. It just plugs into the wall, 110, and that controls on off. Pushing down is on. That's on off, and you turn the dial and it increases more voltage or less. These were from Radio Shack. Tells you how long ago that was. The Radio Shack's not even around. And then I just have my plug that I plug this cord is for the bow that I made. And you can make different styles, and they actually sell nice stuff, but I just made this. Oh, this has been probably 10 years or more, but it works really well. I needed to cut. I was cutting these boards at 32 inches. And I just stacked 2 of them and cut 2 at a time, and boom, boom. It's pretty quick. You could do it with a knife too. It's clean. The nice thing is, this stuff's messy. If you start cutting it, boy, it gets everywhere. Especially if you start sanding it, man, and then it's like a magnet. It just sticks to everything. This way it's clean. But you want a ventilated area, because that will create a little bit of smoke from the foam. You don't want to be inhaling that stuff. But yep, that's it.